Ashugalan, Virgo, Goddess bless you. I'm Ishka, medicine, your Arivan for the lunar month happening between May 4th and June 3rd, 2019. As you can see, the cards are already laid out before you, and each one will speak to a different aspect of your life, or it may all interconnect into manifestation. Let's begin with your spiritual. Virgo, it is your native right to connect to the physicalities of all that is, just as Pisces, your opposing sign, connects to the spiritualities of all that is. Because it is physical, because it has boundaries, because it has limitations, because you can see it separate from yourself does not make it so. Virgo, is your spiritual right to be connected to all things. You have forgotten yourself, Virgo. You've forgotten who you are. You've forgotten your lineage. You have forgotten your family. Not just your mother, your father, your grandparents, or your children. Not just your aunts, your uncles, or your cousins. Not just your friends, but your animal companions as well. Certain animals in your life call to you, Virgo, and you've forgotten. You do not heed their call. They are your ancestral family. They are kin to you in a way that is beyond normal understanding, in a way that is very traditional and very ancestral. And if you look deep enough, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. What I say to you may not make sense all the way, Virgo, but if you look deep enough, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Certain animals, be them domestic, be them wild, are kin to you. They go back in time. They are a totem ally for you. In many traditions, some are still living today, for example, the Maori believe that whales are our ancestors who have passed out of one form into a new form and continue to watch over us. Others believe that same tradition about deer. Others believe that about jaguar. Others believe that about snake. It's time for you to get reacquainted with the plants that are kin to you, that are family to you, with the atmosphere, the weather, the winds, the rains, the sun, the heat, the cold, that is kin to you, that is family to you. with the animals that are kin to you, who are family to you. Also with your spirit relatives, with the spirits that guide and watch over you. They are family to you. They are kin to you. And you don't see them. The Seven of Bows puts you on a journey, Virgo. It may be very true that you've been facing a lot of challenges on your way to attainment of a goal, of a dream, of an aspiration. The Seven of Bows sees you moving forward, going onward. You're right there at the tail end of it. You're right there at the tail end of that journey, Virgo. The spirits, they want to help you to get to the other side. They want to help you to reach your goals. They want to help you to reach your aspirations in life. And you've forgotten them. You must open your heart and call on them once again if you are going to find your dream come true in the physical world. The physical and the spiritual are no different. The only real difference is that one is seen and sensed with the mundane senses and the other one isn't. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't still exist. And all of us, no matter where we come from, can be traced back to ancestors who believed in the ancestral spirits that transformed into animals, who guarded us and watched over us. All of us have that. You search back into your ancestral lineage far enough, you'll find it. All of us have it, no matter what you understand or know today to be your beliefs. All of us can go back and find where our ancestors and those beliefs still hold true for you today. And they still watch over you today, whether you see them or not, Virgo. So let's talk about what's going on as far as communications and new beginnings. I've got the Shaman of Purification. Virgo, there's something that you do not want to let go of. There's something that you don't want to detach from. Something that is part of your past. Something that is part of who you were. And it's holding you back, Virgo. It's keeping you away from moving forward. The stag comes into, and the great bear. The stag and the great bear. We were just talking about spirit allies in the form of animals, were we not? The great bear spirit speaks of revelation. It speaks of hibernation. The great bear spirit also speaks of the dead and how things that have been long dead to you, that it is time to be reacquainted with them. It's time to get reacquainted with your family. The stag is here beating the drum of strength of purpose, of transcendence. This is a very, very spiritual lineup here. There's a very primal energy, entity, deity calling to you. Something very primal in nature is calling to you, Virgo. Something very primal and ancestral is calling to you. And it's asking you to be a leader. It's asking you to take the lead. It's asking you to become an alpha, to rise into your place as an alpha of a pack or a troop. Whether an alpha male or an alpha female, it's time for you to take your place in the great circle of life, Virgo. You've been away from it from far too long. It's time to get yourself reacclimated. It's time to take your place. But to do that, you need to give yourself permission to let go of who you once were. You no longer identify with any of that. This is a time of spiritual truth for you, Virgo. It's a time of going deep, deep within the soul, within yourself, and finding spiritual truth, finding your immortality. Discovering your spiritual gold, your alchemical perfection. This is your time. And so long as you are keeping yourself away from moving forward, so long as you are attaching yourself to the past, you're never going to find it. You're never going to have it. The Seven of Bows to me says that this is really truly what you've been searching for all along. This is where you've been trying to get to. This is the aspiration. This is the true aspiration. Whether you knew it or not, here is divine purpose happening before your eyes. You might have only seen it from one perspective. But here, laid out before you, divine purpose is happening here before your eyes. This is the truth. I love the Great Bear, the northern lights behind the Great Bear, which points to the lights of spirits. In some traditions, the northern lights, the aurora borealis, speaks to the spirits that dance within the winds, within the skies, within the night sky. And once again, it's all about getting yourself reacquainted with these spirits. You're on a very spiritual journey right now, Virgo. I've got the Hunter of Paths showing up as your aspiring actions you need to take. The Hunter of Paths, which tells me that right now your action is within the spirit world. You need to give yourself permission to contemplate, to reflect, to introspect. Give yourself permission to be alone for a little while and to really get back to nature, to connect with nature, because your natural surroundings may reveal so much to you right now. And they may help to initiate the inner workings of your soul so that you can find the right path. But you must feel that path within your heart. You must see it, sense it, feel it. You must be able to imagine it. You must be able to feel it. You must be able to hear it. You must be able to dream it. You must surrender to this, Virgo. You must surrender to this moment of contemplation, this moment of daydreaming, of dreaming. Because your dreams right now, the things that you envision, that come to you in visions, rather, not necessarily the things that you're envisioning, although they have a lot to do with that, but your aspirations, your dreams, the dreams that come to you, the visions that come to you, will reveal the path that you need to take. The feelings that come to you in those visions will reveal the path that you need to take. And right now, you need to give yourself permission the Ace of Bows may point to fear, may point to a lack of confidence. The Six of Bows to me says that there's a fear of failure here, that there's a fear of defeat. Perhaps because you failed and been defeated before, because you perhaps have gone after something with all your heart before and that you failed at it and it ended up becoming a loss. But perhaps what you didn't have on your side was the vision. Perhaps what you didn't have on your side was that true feeling, that feeling that keeps you going, that keeps you determined, no matter what, through all the rise and fall of life, through all the ups and downs, through all the ebbs and flows, through all the turnings of the tide. It is the feeling, it is the vision that keeps you going. It is the belief in something greater than yourself, in something that is divine, that keeps you going. This is ancestrally connected for you, Virgo. Your ancestors are connected here to this purpose. Do not sulk for too long in your losses. Focus only on the victory. You may think that you may have been defeated because you've lost, but the journey's not over for you, Virgo. It's not over. You might have convinced yourself that it is, and it's not. We all go through losses. We all suffer defeat. The journey is not over. It's simply time for you to go within, to consult spirit, and to be revitalized with faith and hope in your aspirations, in your dreams, in your journey. For feelings and romance and emotions in the psychic, we get the spirit of healing. Talks about low self-esteem. Talks about an inability to let go. Talks about changes. And yet trying to hold on to things of the past. That spirit is trying to get you to die to. Because because this is in the emotional lineup here, column, it is likely that this is pertaining to a relationship. In fact, going back to the Hunter of Paths, it's likely this is all pertaining to a relationship. Someone that you loved, perhaps you're feeling really down about yourself at this time, Virgo. Perhaps you're feeling sorrow and negativity and loss and lack of hope, and you're unable to see that this is all a spiritual transition in your life. And it is all meant to help you grow in a way that what was could not help you grow. I have to say, Virgo, that so far you've got one, two, three, four divine cards in your spread. So this is all letting me know that the hardships and struggles and losses that you're going through right now, it's all divinely ordered. It's all divinely purposed. You may not see it that way. It may not feel that way. And maybe for some of you, that is why you doubt. Maybe for some of you, that's the blockage. It's time for you to let go and to let some things be healed. It's time for you to give yourself permission to speak some raw gut truths, Virgo, to get to the deep truth. There is deep truth going on here for you. We spoke about this earlier, that this is a journey of spiritual truth. This journey is trying to cleanse you. It's trying to purify you. It's trying to heal your soul, Virgo. It's trying to help you so that you can move forward into your new life, into the new you. The Ten of Bows reveals to me expansion, prosperity, enlightenment, wealth, growth happening for you on the other side of healing. But you have to first give yourself permission to let go of all the things you know in your heart are not serving you anymore. And in fact, not all the things that you know in your heart are not serving you anymore. Not just that, but everything. Every lie. Everything that you tell yourself is true that you know is not true. Deep down in your spirit, you know it is not truth. These things are holding you back now, Virgo. They may have served a purpose some time ago, but now they are simply holding you back. They are holding you down. They are a weight on your back that you no longer need. You keep them at the forefront of your spirit, of your soul, of your mind. And they are causing obstruction, Virgo. They're causing obstruction. They're obscuring your eyesight. They're fogging up. They're not helping you to see the prosperity, the expansion, the growth, the new beginnings waiting for you on the other side. You have to have the courage to drop the weight, Virgo. Let go. Let go. It is no longer serving you anymore. Yes, it may be heartbreaking. Yes, it may be heartbreaking. But you have to find the courage to put it to rest. All the thoughts, all the emotions, all the feelings that pertain to your past, that pertain to any relationships from before, it's time for you to put it to rest, because guess what? The war is not over. It's not over, Virgo. It is not over. It's not over. Your path has just begun. Put it to rest, Virgo. Speak the rock gut truth. Get real honest. Get real, just deep honest about you. Let go of any lies, any deceit. Let go of any burdens that have been holding you down. Anything you need to get off of your chest. You've got lots of stuff you've got to get off your chest, I bet, here with the Ten of Bows. Lots of things you need to get off your chest. Let it go. Free yourself. Put it to rest so that you may heal and transition and grow into who you are becoming. There's another life. There are other relationships. There's another relationship out there just waiting for someone just like you, Virgo. You've got to see it, sense it, and believe it. And you've got to trust in the process. You've got to trust that the path is out there somewhere waiting for you to connect to it. But you've got to find that path in your heart. And you cannot get there if you don't allow yourself to be purified of the past. Everything, your thoughts and beliefs, all of that, Virgo, everything that is holding you down, that is weighing in your chest and your heart, write it down. Speak it out loud to someone you can trust, maybe, to yourself, to spirit. Give it to spirit. Give these burdens to spirit. Let them deliver you to your freedom. Thank every last one of these stories, the stories that you told yourself, that have kept you going, that have gotten you this far. Write them down. Speak them to spirit. Give them gratitude. Give them thanks for what they have done. And free yourself of them, that they may be restored in the light of spirit, in the truth of spirit, that they may be restored in divine purpose. It's that time. The spirit of healing. You must give yourself permission to heal. Everything about this spread is speaking about heartbreak. It's speaking about holding on to the past. It's speaking about feelings and emotions. It's speaking about change. It's speaking about deep truths. The Shaman of Sorrows talks about heartbreaking messages in your physical world. But here's the trick with the Shaman of Sorrows. She wants to detach you from your sorrows. She wants to detach you from these things, from the hurt, from the pain. She wants to cleanse you of your sorrows. She makes you deal with them so that you can be purified of them, so that you can be healed of them. The Shaman of Sorrows lays these things out before you so that you can heal, so that let your heart break open so that it can be healed. Virgo, No longer do you need to band-aid and bandage your heart. Let it break open so that it can be transmuted and so that it can be healed, so that it can begin again. I understand that this is a very dark time for you. The Three of Bows reveals that. I see that. This is a very dark time for you. And that you have fear about walking through this darkness. There is fear here walking through the darkness. But I promise you that you will get to the light if you choose to walk through the darkness. This is your journey and your journey alone. And sometimes we all have to take journeys by ourselves that no one else can understand, that no one else can be a part of, that no one else would know. But I promise you that on your way to taking this journey, other allies, other spirits, other people will come. They'll show up for you in support of you. One door closes, another one opens, Virgo. There's opportunities. There's so much more out there for you. There's so much more out there for you. This spread, I can't say it enough. There's so much more out there for you, Virgo. But first, you have to be willing to deal with that which has broken your heart. You have to be willing to let your heart break. You have to be willing to let go. Let go of it. Cry about it. You can't stagnate by not feeling it. You can't stagnate by stuffing it down, by numbing it, by suppressing it, by drinking it away. You need to deal with it. You need to grieve. You need to mourn. It is a loss, and it's a very hard loss. But it is one that is initiating a cleansing for you to help you. But give yourself permission to grieve. Perhaps these things cannot be put to rest because you have yet to grieve. Because the Shaman of Sorrows, she speaks about this. She speaks about acceptance of hurtful messages, accepting the fact that they did hurt you. This is a card of betrayal. She speaks about giving yourself permission. If you've been betrayed, give yourself permission to know and acknowledge your betrayal. It's about giving yourself permission to feel in order for you to heal, so that you can detach from this. This is an effort to give you permission to detach from it, to let it go. But you can't let go of something that you refuse to acknowledge. If you're living in denial about it, you can't let go of something you refuse to acknowledge. I know it's hard. You will get through this, though. So says the Shaman of Sorrows, you will get through this sorrowful moment. Virgo, I wish you many blessings. I wish you go with many blessings. I wish you go with love, and know that the spirits are here for you. They are here for you. They are here with you. This is all divinely favored. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is all to help you get anchored and to help you get grounded into a new experience of your life, to help you build something new. This is all the foundation for something new to come. This experience is all a foundation. I love you very much, Virgos. I wish you many blessings on your journey. May the goddess of the moon be there with you always. Agalanor.